Hi, welcome, and thank you for purchasing your quantum alignment system sessions with me, Anna, with intention. A couple things before our first session. I want to go through what is called the basic recipe in emotional freedom technique, which is the somatic clearing technique that we use in our sessions, and just a couple other thoughts and things to prepare you for the session and how these may go. So when you are preparing for your session, it's a good idea to make sure you have a full bottle of water with you. Water is life, right? And on a very deep cellular level, water transmits the electrical currents that are running through the brain and that help us to clear the old programming and put in the new programming. So we drink a lot of water during our sessions and highly recommend drinking as much water as you can the rest of the day after the session. Also, please make sure that you have eaten, that your stomach isn't grumbly. Having a hungry stomach can just distract you from the other sensations that are coming through or wanting to come through for the session for you. As far as what comes through, as we go through each round of tapping, it's important that you keep an awareness around any thoughts, ideas, memories, emotional feelings, physical sensations, and anything else that may come through your physical body at the time. This also might include laughing, burping, yawning, needing to shake or shudder, a overwhelming desire to move around, things like that. This is all indicating that the energy is moving and it's trying to be processed through your body in a very physical way. So you don't need to hold any judgment around any of those things happening or anything else that I haven't named. Okay, so the basic recipe in EFT, or emotional freedom technique, or also called energy psychology, there are specific points that we stimulate by lightly tapping on them. These are associated with meridian points, both physically and energetically in the body. So I'm going to walk you through the different points, and we're going to typically use these in every session. Typically, we start with what's called the karate chop point. It's right here on the side of the hand. It doesn't matter which hand you use. We're stimulating the same point because they mirror each other. Just one. Pick one, doesn't matter which one. And we will typically state out loud a statement. I will lead you through this, and I will say a few words at a time, and then you will repeat after me. So for example, even though, that's what you repeat if you didn't already. Even though this seems strange, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. That's an example of a setup statement. We will say that 3 times on this point. Then we will move through several points located along the central channel of the body, starting with the crown of the head. This is typically, if you were to draw a line straight up from your nose to the center of your head, right on the highest point on top of your head. Not back here, not up here, not up here, not over here, right here in the middle. And when we tap on these points, we're using a couple of our fingers, usually at least 2, 3, or 4 is best, so that you're pretty much guaranteed to hit that point. So we tap on the top of the head. This seems strange. And then you repeat after me. Then we move to the next point, which is, I might call it inside of the eye. It's basically where your eyebrow point meets your nose. And if you feel, there's a number of points, there's 3 points that we hit along the eye orbital. So if you kind of just gently, don't push too hard, but just gently feel around the edge of your eye, you can kind of feel where the ridge line of this bone is that runs all the way around your eye, where your eyeball sits. These are the points where we're tapping around the eye. So inside of the eye is just right here. And you want to be gentle. You don't want to be So, you don't want to hurt yourself. So you want to be gentle, tapping on the inside of the eye, and then repeat after me. This seems strange. Then we move to what I call the outside of the eye, which is basically on the other side of the eyebrow, pretty much actually closer to the corner of the eye, right on the outside there. This seems strange. And then under the eye, again, you can feel that bone. This tissue tends to be very sensitive under the eye here, so don't tap very hard, but we're just stimulating gently the point. This seems strange. Then we go under the nose, just right on top of the lip. This seems strange. And then we go under the lip, right where the crook of the chin is. This seems strange. Now, the last few points are the ones that people have the hardest time finding. So the ones here are called the clavicle points. They're under the clavicles. So the clavicle bone is this bone right here. If you kind of shrug your shoulders, you can feel it. Or if you have thin skin, you can feel it pretty easy. That's the bone. The actual meridian point is about an inch or two below. So if you feel around on your chest, you can kind of feel where the top of your ribs start here. The clavicle bone is here. It's just that soft spot, slightly soft spot, just between the clavicle and the top of the ribs. This is what I would call under the clavicles, or the clavicle point. This seems strange. Now this one, you can tap both if you want. You can tap just one. Doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll switch back and forth. I might do both. Sometimes I might just do one. Depends on how I'm feeling that day. Either way, you'll get it if you're using at least 2 or 3 of these fingers, okay? This seems strange. And then last but not least, we have the underarm point. The underarm point is pretty much in line with, if you find where your nipple is, and just go straight under your armpit, in line with where your nipple is. So it's not in your armpit. My armpit's up here. It's just right around here. If you wear a bra, it's right about where that bra strap might lie. This seems strange. And that's the whole sequence. And so that is going to be the primary sequence we use as we move through our sessions. And that's about all you need to know before our first session. And we're just going to move through and see what comes up. Again, thank you for being here with me. And I am just so blessed and honored and excited to be doing this work with you. It's really good work. It's profound. It's had incredible healing effects and help for me and my clients. And yeah, so be excited for yourself. Let the healing begin. See you soon. Bye-bye.